Hello, everybody. So the last three lessons this week were pretty short. This, apologize up front. It's longer. So if I look, I got 12 slides there. It's just there's a lot of little subtleties in this, and I don't want you guys to get tripped up on it. Okay? So have your calculator handy. You'll need it for this. So the definition of a percent is a part over a whole. Okay? So we're going to read through it and see what information we need. A group of friends are working on a student film. They had a $700 budget. That would be the whole. Okay? They used 469. That's the part. What percentage of their total budget did they spend on props? Okay? So then you're just going to go 469 out of 700, and you type it in your calculator. So 469 divided by 700, and you get 0.67. But remember, what percentage? So you have to change it to 67%. Okay? I'm sticking with this definition. He has a mask collection. He has 144 of the masks displayed on his wall. That represents 48% of his entire collection. So this is the part. This is the whole. What is the total number of masks in Ben's collection? Okay. They tell you a percent. 48% equals the part, 144, over the whole. I don't know the whole. I can't use this yet because it's written as a percent. 0.48 equals 144 over x. Now, if I stick this over a 1, isn't that just a proportion? Cross multiply. 0.48x equals 144. Oh, I just have to divide by the 0.48. X equals 144 divided by 0.48. So don't do this in your head, folks. Let the paper do the work. Okay? Don't try and suss it out in your head and go, oh, I just have to do this. No. Set it up. It'll tell you what you need to do. It'll tell you you have to divide. 3,400 people attended a football game, so that's going to be the whole. 3,400. 2,312 people attending supported the home team, while 1,088 supported the visiting. What percentage of the people attending the game supported the home? So I don't use this because they were the visiting team. They gave me more information than I needed. And you have to find out what percent is that. So you type it in, 2312 divided by 3,400 is 0.68. So then I change it to 68% and you're done. Elizabeth earned 85% on a multiple choice science final that had a total of 160 questions. Total. So that's the whole. How many problems on the final did she answer correctly? Okay. So that's the part, but it's a variable because the percent is always on it's always on the other side, 85%. And remember, before you do this, you have to change that to a decimal. And if it helps you see it, put it over 1 and cross multiply. Okay? X equals 0.85 times 160. Okay, so you just go 0.85 times 160. 136. Now, again, don't try and do this in your head. Back here, this one, I ended up dividing the percent to the other side. Okay? On this one, I ended up multiplying the number by the percent, not dividing. Okay? So don't try and memorize what to do. Just let the paper do the work. People attending a baseball games either supported the home team or the visiting team. Well, okay, I suppose. There isn't another team to vote for. That many of the people attending supported the home team. That many people supported the visiting team. What percentage supported the home team? So you have to be a little bit careful because they don't tell you the whole and they want the percent. But notice they tell you the people that were supporting one team or the other. So you can get the total people just by adding the two numbers together. So 1794 plus 2106, there was a total, a whole, all the people in attendance were 3,900 people. They want to know a percent, excuse me, equals what part supported the home team, said C. That many people supported the home team. So 1794 over the 3,900. So you just now take it, again, the paper is telling you just do the division and you have it. And I get 0.46, so remember you have to translate that, so 46%. Okay? All right? So there were more people supporting the visiting team than there were the home team. So the home team's a smaller percentage, or less than 50%, sorry. A bakery sells mocha and vanilla cupcakes. The flavors, mocha and vanilla. It sold 320 cupcakes in a day. That's the whole. So we know the bottom is 320. 45% of them were vanilla. So 45% were vanilla. How many of the cupcakes sold that day were mocha? Now, if I put the variable here, this is going to solve for vanilla, which is okay. You can do that. Just keep in mind that percentage is tied with vanilla. Or if 45% were vanilla, weren't 55% mocha? Make sure that you're using the percent for the flavor that they're interested in. They're going to try and trick you like that. How'd I get the 55? Well, 100% is all of it. So 45% is vanilla. Cut 45 off 100 and you get 55% is mocha. So to solve this, you cross multiply. X equals 55% times 320. But remember, I can't use 55%. I got to use 0.55. Okay? Type it in your calculator, get yourself an answer. Again, I apologize this is so long. Here goes. A group of friends were working on a student film with a budget of $1,200. So again, that's the whole. $1,200 is your whole. That's all of it. They spent this much on costumes. What percent did they spend on equipment? So be careful. Okay? $528. And if you solve this, that gives you the percent on costumes. So we could finish that. We could go 528 divided by 1,200, and we get 0.44. So 44% was on costumes, but they didn't want that. They wanted equipment. So you have to cut it off of 100. So 56% is on equipment. That's the percent on equipment. Now the other way you could have done it is gone 1,200 minus 528, 1,200 minus 528, and that tells you 672. Whoops. That's the amount that they spent on equipment. So when you set it up, the part would be 672, the whole would be 1,200, and when you type it in, you get 56%. So just be careful on what they tell you and what you're looking for. Okay? They're going to try and trick you. Okay, 26% supported home. Well, 74% was the visiting team. Now notice those are going to add to 100%. It should. If 858 people attending the game supported the home team, what was the total number of people attending the game? So they want the whole. They're telling you apart. Okay, they tell you the people for the home, so make sure you use the percent that goes with it. This is the percent that's the visiting team. I don't want that. Okay? What is the total people? So 26% is 858 out of what? I don't know. What's the total attendance? Okay, if you cross multiply, you get 26% times x is equal to 858. So that's 0.26 x is equal to 858. Then I divide by 0.26. Again, the paper is letting you or telling you what to do. 858 divided by 0.26. So you get x is equal to 3,300 and, oh, no, stop there. I thought there was a number after it, besides zeros. What is the total number of people attending the game? Okay. You're at a restaurant, the check comes out to a total of $34, so that's the whole. 34 bucks. If you want to leave a 16% tip, how much money should you pay? Total money should you pay? Okay, so $34 is the whole. You want it to be a 16% tip. So how much is the tip? Okay, cross multiply. 34 times 16% is equal to x. So 34 times 0.16. So 34 times 0.16 gives you $5.44. But that's the tip, folks. Whoops, not tap, tip. Okay. That's the amount of the tip. How much total money should you pay? So what you have to do is go 34 plus 544. You have to add those two answers together to get $39.44. Okay? So be careful on what they're asking for. Okay, where are we? We've got 3 more to go. All right, hang tight. We can get there. In a certain town, there were 400 robberies last year. This year, the number of robberies has gone down 27%. How many robberies were there this year? Okay. So there were 400, so that's the whole. There were 400 total. They tell you they've gone down 27%. Okay, so you've had a decrease of 27%. Okay. If we set this equal to 27%, and this is the part, and I cross multiply, so I have x is equal to 400 times 0.27. So 400 times 0.27. And I get, whoa, I don't know what that is. So x equals to 108. But notice, you guys, that is the amount of decrease. Okay? It's been decreased by 108. So you have to subtract it from the 400 to get 292 this year. You have to do something with that answer other than just get the answer. Okay? All right. Now, not trying to confuse it, but if you've had that much decrease, 100% minus 27% gives you, what would that be, 73% left? If you multiplied 400 by 0.73, so 400 times 0.73, you'd get 292 because that's how much is left. You wouldn't have to do this subtraction thing. Okay? Okay, if you bought stock last year at a price of $147 and it's risen 17.9%, how much is the stock worth now? Okay. So $147 is the total. The part you don't know. The percent is 17.9%. So x over 147 is equal to 0.179. If I stick that over 1, cross multiply, x is equal to 147 times 0.179. Now when I do that, you got to be a little bit careful, and I get x equals 26.313. So first off, this is money that you're talking about. This is less than 5, so I'm cutting it off. Now remember, that's your increase. How much did it increase by? It increased by that much. How much is the stock worth now? You have to go $147 plus the $26.31. So plus 147, and I get 173.31. That's your final answer. You had to find the increase and add it to the original price. Okay, last one. Here we go. If you want to buy an item in a store that costs $10.50, so $10.50 is the original price. It's on sale for 30% off. Okay, that's the whole. What's the part? How much is it on? How much is being cut off? So I jump straight to writing as a decimal. So 1050 times 0.30 equals 1050, whoops, 1050 times 0.3 is X. So that's $3.15. That's how much was cut off. So you have to subtract these two. So 1050 minus 315 is $7.35. Okay? Another way to think of it, if it's 30% off, that means 70% remains. 70% times the 1050 rather than by the 0.3. Multiplying by 0.3 is giving you how much is reduced by. If it's reduced by 30%, isn't 70% still there? And if you multiply this, you jump straight to the answer rather than having to do the subtraction. Okay? All right. Whew. There's your assignment in Delta Math. Thank you for your time and patience.